What is going on, guys? It is CWGaming, and I am back with another episode of the NCAA 14 Road to Glory series. And in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and finish off the season. That is correct. We are finishing off our freshman year at Kentucky, and it's been a rough season at 6-5 so far. We started out pretty good, but we have to finish out strong against Tennessee. If we want that bowl game, we're going to need to come out here and get a W. So this first drive is pretty crucial. We got Daly Jr. here on a nice 22 reception yard reception to start the game, and then a nice reception to Alley. So we're starting out pretty good. Two big chunk plays to start the game off. And we have another one to Daly Jr. Can he score? And he stopped just shy with a 33-yard reception. And we give this one over to our running back in Rose, and he scores to make it 7-0 as we go ahead and start this game with a touchdown. This is exactly what we needed. Our defense makes a stop, and we make a pretty good play on the first drive, and we get sacked. So that's what happens. We make a good play, and then we get sacked. But we're going to go ahead and try to do something with this. We try to get sacked again, but we roll out, make a nice play. 3rd and 6. It's 3rd and 6. Rose makes a heck of a catch, and he's down for a first down. And we have a new set of downs, and we have Daly Jr. cutting across. Almost scores. On the 1-yard line, we have a slant over to Wagner, who makes the catch for a touchdown. And we go up 14-7. So Rose with a nice run there sets up 2nd and 3. We have a nice pump fake that gets up Oliver, frees him up for the nice play, and we have another fresh set of downs. So here we go. We have Wagner with a nice catch, bringing up a first down, and we're going on a drive here. And we see Daly Jr. He tiptoes inside and keeps inbounds for a nice catch. And then that sets up this play. We almost had a touchdown and an interception, but ended up going incomplete, which sets up that one right there that was knocked out of his hands. And we're trying everything we can to score right here. We go up in the pocket. It's 3rd down, so we need to pick up the first, and we just step out of bounds. So instead of scoring right there, we go out of bounds, miss a field goal. So that's not exactly what we wanted to happen. And then the safety happens right here. They pinned us inside the 1 on a punt, and we get the safety. So 19-14. We've, not really played great on those last 2 drives, but we roll out and we see our guy Daly Jr. over the middle for a touchdown, 83 yards. That's some pretty good stats on the day, and that's another record for our quarterback. He breaks the longest passing touchdown in a game. And so that's pretty cool. It gives us the lead, and we have our confidence back. We give the ball to Rose, who picks up a first down, and we are driving. Late in the 3rd quarter, we have another receiver downfield. That one would have been a touchdown, but we overthrow him, and that one was devastating. But it brings up a 3rd down, and we have to make up for that play. So we roll out with a scramble, and we get the first down. So a 3rd and 9, another opportunity for us to use our wheels, and we get a 10-yard rush into the red zone now. Here we go with a QB read. We slide down, keeping it safe. We have our favorite play. It's the double stick. We've got 2 receivers open, and Wagner makes the catch. 9 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. So we're up 29-26 with 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's looking pretty good. We're by 3. So that's pretty, we're in a good position. We get sacked right here, and we go down. So we go down with an injury, and we come back, and we're getting blown out now. So, and that was pretty quick. We're only gone for 2 drives, and we're down 29-40. So it's a pretty not good way to lose. We have a receiver drop a ball right there that would have brought up a first down. But instead we had to punt. We get the ball back right here real quick, We throw one to Rig, 31 yards, and he makes a catch. So we have to score here. Nobody's open. We roll out. We see a guy cutting across, and none other than Daly Jr. So we're back in this game. We go for 2, we grab it, and we're only down by 3. So we need the ball back. We desperately need the ball back in order to score. So we're going to go ahead and watch. All of our timeouts are gone now, and our defense cannot make a stop. Tennessee just rolls down the field. Waste a minute and a half. We can't get the ball back, and that's going to do it. So we go down with an injury. We come back, and the lead is vanished, and we almost come back, but our defense can't make a stop. And we ended up with 4 touchdowns today with 412 yards. So we played well other than that injury that lost us the game. So we're going to go ahead and finish the season at 6-6, and we didn't get a bowl game. So that is pretty, devastating. But at 6-6, it is our freshman year. We do have a lot to learn from. We do have a lot to go over. And we're going to take a look at our stats now. We have 3,400 yards with 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. So we threw for a lot of yards, but, 25 touchdowns is good, but it's not Heisman level where we want to be. So we have a long way to go. And Rose with 696 yards on the ground. And there's our receivers. We've got 4 guys in the 700s. That's 3. 3 guys in the 700s. 8 touchdowns for Wagner. Daly Jr. has 7. So our receivers spreading the love. And our defense played pretty bad this year. Only 1 guy over 50. And you do see at the end of the season, Oklahoma beats Ohio State by a massive amount. And so that's going to do it for year number 1. Year number 2, we do have a lot to prove. We played a little iffy last year, and we're going to keep that chip on our shoulder as we go in to year number 2. And we do have our coach's trust here, and we need to go ahead and upgrade this all the way. But in order to do that, we have to avoid interceptions this year, avoid turnovers, and you do see we are rocking the 93 overall, 95 offense. So we did improve over last year. We haven't gotten better, so we should be a force in the SEC East this year, and that's exactly what we're going to prove here today. In year number 2, our first play is a nice 24-yard reception to Josh Alley, who is back. And you'll see a lot of familiar faces in year number 2. A lot of our guys did stay, and that is Alley once again. And we're making a nice drive. We have a lot to prove, like I said. We make a guy miss, and we go up the field for a nice 12-yard rush. So Rose is one of those guys that comes back, and that's going to be huge as he picks up 14 yards. And we're going to try and confuse the defense and go an opposite way. We roll out to our left, and we have a guy, Josh Alley, who makes 3 catches on this drive to give us our first touchdown of the season. So speaking of touchdowns, our tight end now is Oliver. He breaks off a defender and goes for 63 yards for our second touchdown of our year number 2. So it's 14-3. We've got Upshaw, our backup tight end. So Rig is gone. It is sad to see, but we do have Oliver, who did play last year a little bit. And somebody who did play last year, Alley, once again, busting it up the field, gets out at the 1-yard line, so he can't punch it in, but Rose can. There's his first touchdown of the season, and we're up 21-3 in the second quarter. So here we go. We got nice blocks on the read option. We cut up through the middle of that gap, and we are gone. We are too fast. We did a lot of parachutes and ladder drills in the offseason, and we've got our speed up. 28-3 is the score now, and we're back down on the 1, and we've got Daly Jr. cutting across the back of the end zone to go up 34-3. Now we're trying to score right before half, and we roll out. We've got some guys cutting across, but we're not going to be able to make that throw. Bringing up 3rd and 7. We see our boy Daly Jr. in the corner for the touchdown And look at him. He's telling his guys it's too easy at this point. 41-10. We see a guy cutting across. That one should have been picked, but thankfully we're playing Ohio and not Georgia, or that one would have been picked. But Daly Jr. does make up for it, grabs the first down, and almost scores. And we see Oliver, our new tight end, in the back of the end zone. And we dominated this game. We did everything we could to show the critics that we deserve to be in the Heisman, in the college football playoff. We're doing everything we can in year number 2. And you do see 6 total touchdowns for our guy in our first game against Ohio. So coming right off the bat, we do have Louisville, our in-state rival. And this is a huge game for us. We did beat them last year. And it is, our turn to be in Louisville. We're on the road. And this is a tough game for us. We've played one game. So we've got to come out here and prove these guys wrong once again. So 2nd and 2. We do a play action. Nobody's open. We're going to roll out. We've got green grass ahead of us for 14 yards, getting us into the red zone. So we drop back. We're going to roll out. I see Square cutting across, and Allie snags that ball out of the defender's view. He was pretty sure he was grabbing a pick right there, but Allie just came out of nowhere, stole that ball, and we go up 7-0. So here I am again on the second drive, making a nice 16-yard rush, and we are moving the ball once again. So we have Rose cutting across. He gets popped right there at the end, but he holds onto the ball, and he gets rewarded with a carry for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. We have the nice curls. Oliver has to turn around, but he is in the end zone. So 14-0, we have Oliver grabbing the first down. He is pushing and trucking along and brings us to the 1-yard line, where we have Allie with a dangerous throw, but he makes the catch. And we're up 21-0 pretty early, and it's giving us all the momentum. Louisville is ranked 7th, as you see. So this was a game we really weren't supposed to win, but I don't think anybody was counting on us this year. Nobody knows how good we really are except for us, and we're proving that today. Another catch to Allie for 16 yards, and we are driving right before halftime. So we have Rose with a nice run, bringing it up 3rd and 2, and we want to score before halftime, and that's exactly what we do. Oliver makes a nice catch. That was a tough grab. As you see us rolling out, we've got our boy cutting across the middle. A nice throw, and Oliver makes the catch. So 27-0. Daly makes a catch on the curl, shakes his defender, gets out for a touchdown. 34-0 is the score now. We roll out. We're gonna slide down for a nice run, and this is how the game went for us. 34-9 was the final score. We're gonna let Smoke run this ball out here, and that's gonna do it. 34-9. We took an absolute monster dub here today. This was not a game that we were supposed to win at all. As you see, we're celebrating. It was a huge upset. We dominated in this game. Cunningham is upset. Nobody saw this coming but us. We knew how good we are, and that's 5 touchdowns on the day. So we're absolutely dominating this year so far. I hope you guys enjoy this episode and this series. If you do, let me know. Leave a like in the comments, and I'll be back with the next couple of games. We have some good ones on the lineup here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.